um, 500 odd emails to write to the Poetry Society, and then there was some that I couldn't notify by email, just it wouldn't have been right, so I made some calls. I heard things, sounds from people that I never thought I'd hear. Um, can't really get some of them out of my head. I know Jeff was into 80s music, and I don't know if he liked the band Big Country. It's a Scottish punk band, or a new wave band. But they had a line, "I never took the smile away from anybody's face, but that's a desperate way to look for someone who is still a child." And I thought I heard a lot of smiles fade that day. And I thought I was already grown up. And then I wasn't so sure. I also wrote a poem that morning. Mine is about making those phone calls, and I honestly think it did something to me. As a primer, you should know that to the ancient Egyptians, the afterlife was everything. They weren't afraid of dying so much. They you didn't want to die, but you knew where you were going. They had a god who would escort you there, Anubis. In our modern culture, we would think of him as evil and almost like the devil, but they thought of him more as a bureaucrat, a guy with a job. And then the Greeks had a demon called the Asphyx, whose job it was to come with a knife and carve your soul out of your body when you died. And then back to the Egyptians, there was a god called Amut, who, if you had lived a life full of regrets and had a heavy heart upon death, they would feed your heart to Amut. Still kind of a bureaucratic position to them, but no one really wanted to meet Amut. Starting today, some of you will call me like Anubis, but when the phone rings and it's my number on the face, then you will curse at me like Asphyx, wondering whose soul I have come to carve free, perched upon your lips, James. Is it me? In that moment, that one fears I have become Amut, devourer of the heavy souls made delicious by regrets, or the very crocodile maw, or the very tooth. But in truth, I am the Ba, the flapping, fluttering bird of yourself, your soul. My call, my email is the squawk, your departed soul demanding to be noticed long enough to impart that you ever notice. Notice now the souls about you. Look now upon the beautiful gems that are your friends. Feel my siblings fluttering in the chest of those about you. Feel your very own Ba in your neck and your wrist, reminding you to connect and leave not hearts unchecked, lest you gather only regrets, which would make you delicious. Now you know that to the ancients Anubis, Amut, Asphyx were bureaucratics merely having a job to do, even a welcoming comforter or a who's who. Terrible mainly to those with that one more thing to say. So tend to that business before you leave this day, and when my call heralds your boss set free, you'll be glad for those who had to hear from me.